With the award season just around the corner, there is definitely so much to see right now at the box office. So producer Charlie joins me now. Where do we start?
Okay, so first up, we're going back to 2024 for just a second.
Okay.
Okay, so we have The Fire Inside.
Ooh.
So this is a PG-13 sports biopic that is the story of Clarissa T. Rex Shields, a boxer from Flint, Michigan, who trains to become the first woman in U.S. history to win an Olympic gold medal in the sport.
Oh, I love this. Okay.
Yeah. So this is it was honestly really good. It took me a while to go watch it because there's some other things, and I was kind of like, I don't know if I'll like this one or not. But it was actually very, very good. This stars Ryan Destiny and Brian Tyree Henry. Both do amazing in this.
I love Brian Tyree Henry.
Yes. Great acting all around.
Okay.
I haven't heard much award buzz around it, but I feel like there should be at least a little bit.
Maybe something will come up.
But you never know. We're still early in the season.
Yes.
So actually production began back in 2016 for this. So it's had quite a ways.
Yeah.
8 years to get it all going. Ice Cube was originally supposed to play the coach character that Brian plays. And then things got switched around and everything.
Interesting,
so
okay.
I feel like it wouldn't have been as good with Ice Cube in all honesty. No shade to Ice Cube, but his acting is very different, you know? This was written and produced by Barry Jenkins. He was the director of Moon Knight and Mufasa that came out last year as well. Of the feature directorial debut of Rachel Morrison. And I think for a feature debut, she did great.
Okay, I love
honestly. This is definitely a different type of sports biopic, though, but in a good way. You know, in your traditional sports biopics, you have it where the whole movie, the athlete is building up to this training for one big thing that's the culmination at the end. Whereas for A Fire Inside, you have her winning the gold in the middle. And then the latter half of the film, it's her overcoming the challenges of being a female of color that, she's trying to get all these endorsements and she's struggling. And then her coming back and figuring out how she's going to go bounce back from all that.
You know what I love about this? That it's a female-based story, but it's also a female director. That's something that Hollywood's been trying to push more and more for, and a lot of actors have called on that too. So to see both of those things kind of culminate one for this project, I think is really special.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a good one. I highly recommend
it.
Opening weekend back in December, it did make 1.9 million. So far worldwide, it's made 7.8 with a budget of 12 million. It'll probably will top to get that, but maybe not by much.
Yeah.
But
what else you got?
Moving on, we have from this last weekend.
I'm so excited for this.
The Last Showgirl.
Yeah.
This was very good as well.
Okay.
And then this one does have quite a bit of award buzz around it.
Yes, it does.
So this is an R-rated drama that's based on a book called Body of Work by Kate Griston.
Okay.
Gerston, sorry. And she actually wrote the screenplay for it as well. Oh. So I feel like that may help a little bit. You know, you have the person that wrote the original work writing the new one.
I didn't realize it was based off something like that.
I didn't either. Well, apparently it's an unpublished work, though, too.
Oh.
So maybe now it'll get published?
That'd be kind of interesting.
We'll see.
Yeah.
So this follows a seasoned showgirl who must plan on her future when her show abruptly closes after a 30-year run.
Wow.
So this stars the amazing Pamela Anderson.
Yes.
But also we have Brenda Song returning.
Which is
to
crazy
acting.
to me. I didn't even know she was still acting.
Right. I love her. Kiernan Shipka's in this, Dave Bautista. And I didn't realize, watching the trailers, Jamie Lee Curtis is in this. She's in the trailer, but I didn't recognize her.
Interesting, okay.
And also Billy Lord has a small role in it, too.
So
honestly, a stacked cast all around.
Yeah.
So this was actually directed by Francis Ford Coppola's granddaughter, Gia Coppola.
Interesting.
So I think she did a good job. She hasn't directed, like, too many features.
Yeah.
But this was originally turned down. Anderson's agent originally turned down the script for her.
Interesting.
And didn't even let Anderson see the script. And then Gia Coppola went to her son and was like, can you show this to her? And then when Pamela read it, she instantly wanted to hop on board and fired her agent. Which, I mean,
wow.
Apparently the agent turned you down within the hour of getting it.
Wow.
I'm like, way to not let your
time.
Well, and also let your client look at it.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely. Yeah.
Miley Cyrus actually has a song in this as well.
Yeah.
The composer of the Last Showgirl actually is the composer for the Barbie soundtrack as well.
Oh, so you know it's gonna be good.
And so yeah, you know it's gonna be good. This worldwide has made 1.5 million so far, which I was a little surprised by. But the budget's less than 2 million, so it's honestly already getting there, and I'm sure it will go higher with the award season around the corner.
Yeah, I love that this is kind of like her big re-debut, if you will, Pamela Anderson, because one, she's been having this this big movement of like kind of aging naturally and not wearing as much makeup, and that's like her whole stance right now. But also with like her and Demi Moore, I feel like we're really seeing this like resurgence of has-beens, if you will, which is nice to see because we always focus on these up and coming and we forget about the stars of the past, and so it's nice to see that these ladies are getting the recognition they deserve.
Well, and Pamela had kind of quit acting before her son brought that script to her.
Yeah.
And she, there was a long quote, and I almost thought about like sharing it.
Yeah.
But it's basically like she read it and she was like, oh, this is what people mean when they're like, this is the role for me.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think she does great in it. I think she definitely deserves some nominations, if not some wins.
Yeah.
But, you know, 2024 was a big year for movies, so she would be up against a lot of good people.
We'll see how it shakes out.
Right. So moving on to this weekend, we have some new movies as well. We have Wolfman. So a little bit of werewolf, you know, it's kind of the monster of choice, it feels like lately.
Okay.
And then we have September 5. This was a very good film as well.
Yeah.
And then One of Them Days with Keke Palmer and SZA, which
I
I'm excited for this one.
Yes, the press on this looks really good.
Yes, and honestly, Keke Palmer and SZA seem like they have a great compatibility in the trailer.
Listen, speaking my truth, Keke Palmer can do no wrong in my eyes.
I
I'm
love
obsessed
Keke.
with her.
She is amazing. Now, moving on to streaming. Coming this Friday on Max, we have A Different Man with Sebastian Stan. I haven't got to see this one, so I'm excited to finally watch it.
Yeah.
And then coming out on Tuesday the 21st, we have Blink Twice on Prime Video.
Okay.
Now, this one I would say is not for everyone, but I greatly enjoyed it. It was a bigger surprise than I thought of how much I liked it. But it's definitely got some trigger warnings in it. So.
Okay. Well, lots of great options to choose from here. So get on streaming, check something out at home, or get to the box office and see something in theaters and Unscripted. We'll be right back.